you are conducting the workshops for hand embroidery. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. Now, Ms. Akriti, since you started your entrepreneurial journey during COVID with House of Chicken Curry, so I would like to ask here, like, how these externalities like COVID can affect the entrepreneurial journey, how you choose this particular venture and show so much resilience through those challenges and went on to feature on Shark Tank India.
Hi everyone. Firstly, thank you for having me here, and I really apologize for being a few minutes late. And yeah, I mean, for me, honestly, our journey is very similar to Ayushi's. We both started in the same year, 2020, for us as well, and we're also in the hand embroidery industry. We are particularly so. I'll just give a little background of like my life. I've been born and raised in Delhi. I've done my undergrad and masters from King's College London and Imperial College London. Post which I came back to India and I was working with a fashion startup before COVID as a marketing manager. And then COVID happened, and all of a sudden, I was working with a brand which was into rental garments, rental wedding wear. So obviously, because of COVID, the business was hit a lot, and I decided to leave the job and just take 5 6 months to focus on what I want to do, research an idea, because I always had a childhood dream of building something of my own. But probably for all the wrong reasons, that I want my freedom, I want a chutti when I want. But when you grow up and you actually get into the entrepreneurship life, it's nothing like that. Your thoughts change, your motivation changes, and the impact you kind of want to make changes. But yeah, I mean, I always did want to have something of my own. And yeah, in COVID, my mom came to me. My mom, my co-founder है. Sorry, I didn't tell you guys that. Poonam Rawal is her name, and this is her first time doing a business. This is her coming back to work after 25 years of her life. उन्होंने अपनी जॉब मेरे लिए छोड़ी थी. When I was born, I was 2 3 years old, so she had left her job. Then my brother came into her life, and then she couldn't sort of get back to work. एंड इवन दो वो ये बोलती थी कि मैंने बहुत खुशी से ये डिसीजन लिया है समवेयर आई कुड सी दोस 20 25 years she kind of lost that identity of hers. So I think more than me, it's her journey. I always say that I think I've been just attached to your journey because you had to come back to work. So she came up to me with this idea. Actually, she would always get clothes designed for herself, and उनको कोविड में उनका जो एम्ब्रॉयडर था, जो उनके कपड़े डिजाइन करता था, she would keep giving him ideas कि Pinterest से देख के मेरे लिए बना दे, तो एम्ब्रॉयडर कर दे. So he came because he had lost his job and searching for work. That आप में से अपना कुछ एक्स्ट्रा बनवा लो, like 2 3 garments एक्स्ट्रा बाद में यूज कर लेना. तो my mom just mentioned that to me, and मैं अपने business idea hunt पे already थी 4 5 महीने से. I was in that zone. I was on Alibaba every day कि क्या product होगा, what do I want to, like I was very sure that I want to do an e-commerce business. तो जब मेरी mom ने मुझे ये problem के बारे में बताया, I read a lot about chicken hand embroidery in general, and that's how I came across chicken curry. I had always heard of chicken curry, like my mom would say, my dadi would say, घर पर mom के पास सूट्स थे, but कभी लिया नहीं था खुद, and कभी सोचा नहीं था कि लूंगी मैं खुद. Like I had always heard it from people in my family. But मैंने अपनी मॉम से ऐसे पूछा कि आपके पास चिकनकारी गारमेंट्स हैं, मैंने इंटरनेट पे फोटोज देखी, आई थिंक इट्स वेरी ब्यूटीफुल, आप दिखाओ मेरे को. एंड मेरी मॉम ने मुझे कुछ अपने गारमेंट्स दिखाए, एंड दैट्स when it hit, and that's when I thought that this art form is not being done justice to. And ये art form बहुत सालों पुराना है, मतलब 300 200 300 साल पुराना art form है. ये art form को younger generation like me, they don't even know. हमें everyday wear में इसका access नहीं है. Primarily चिकनकारी को festive occasion wear में पहना जाता था. चिकनकारी local stores में मिलती है हर state में. तो मुझे बहुत गैप दिखा कि कोई इसको ऑनलाइन नहीं लेकर गया है, वी कैन टेक इट ऑनलाइन. एंड कोई इसको एवरीडे वेयर में क्यों नहीं ला रहा है, जिससे यंग जनरेशन एवरीडे अपने कॉलेज ऑफिस वेयर में इसको डेली बेसिस पे यूज कर पाए. एंड दैट्स हाउ आवर जर्नी स्टार्टेड. We started from our home, from the basement of our home, my mom and me and one of our helps child. And today 2 and 3 years into our journey, हम लोग 120 लोगों की टीम है, and we are based out of Delhi, and we're very proud of our team because it's honestly not me or my mom. We've attached a lot of people from our local community around us, who've grown in front of us, who've joined the team as a QC delivery head or someone who's just packing goods, and today they're heading quality check or they're heading inventory. And they've learned how to use computers, they've learned how to use Excel, Google Sheet, and they've struggled, and they've struggled a lot, but they've grown so much. And that is, I think, the biggest, happiest thing for my mom and me. We work with artisans out of Lucknow, so our team in Delhi is primarily managing our warehouse and operations, but all our artisans in Lucknow, and we're working with more than 10,000 artisans today in 3 years. And our team in Delhi is very supportive with everything. And yeah, I mean that for 1 year into the business, हम लोग सिर्फ Instagram पे थे. And post that is when we built our website, 2021 to 2023 now. It's been 2 years of our website, and we've really focused on scaling the business post the website, because उससे पहले हम Instagram पे ही, like, we would take the orders, WhatsApp पे we would take the orders, and we did not want to spend, honestly, a lot of money, because my mom and I decided that if we're both doing this ourselves, then, like, till the time we're confident that we built something that people really want or people really value, and we're also, the mission we set out on to bring chikankari as an art form to younger people or to modern audience. Till the time we're sure that we've managed to do that, tab tak hum na funding lenge kisi se, or we'll ask family for help or whatever. So 1 year into the business is where we got the validation, and then we started scaling it up. And then Shark Tank happened for us in Jan 2022, which was a very life-changing moment, I think, for both my mom and me. We were crying for 2-3 hours, I think, after when we came out from the tank. We were not sure what had happened. My team had applied for me, because आपको सब कुछ जाके नेशनल टेलीविजन पे बोलना है अपने बिजनेस के बारे में, and that is a very scary feeling, right? There's a lot of competition watching you, there's a lot of people who don't even know where you are in your journey, finally getting the information, right? Like, sometimes, like, I'm the kind of person ki apna karo, like, don't say, just keep doing, what's the point, keep just moving, keep going on, right? No need to mention anything. And Shark Tank really goes against all that. It's just going out in the world and telling every single person on a national television what's happening. So while all the good things, I think 99% good things did come with Shark Tank, and we got so much validation from, I think, all news articles that we got from media, from our customers who were following us since we had 0 followers. Today we're a community of 300K on Instagram. So जब Shark Tank पे गए थे तब 150K थे, I think, and a lot of our customers messaged us, a lot of our customers messaged us saying that we bought you pre-Shark Tank. So we are so happy that we discovered you before you came on Shark Tank. So that was such a proud feeling for us. Our team's reaction, we did a screening in office. It was unreal. Every single person, we were a team of 70 people that time when Shark Tank had come out, and every single person was in tears. And it's such an emotional moment for us, because it was never our journey, like, it was always the all of them. It was always the entire team. And if it was any other funding round and not Shark Tank, the team would not have been able to see it like this one and feel that it's them. So Shark Tank just changed everything. The people in our team who, like, they come from villages, so they were going to get, मतलब रिश्ता होता है, so how they go photo दिखाने के लिए. So they asked him a question, and this is like one of the closest stories that my mom and I have to our heart. So he went to see a girl to get married, one of our team members, and he came back and tells my mom that, मैम मुझसे तो पूछ रहे थे कहाँ काम करते हो, मैंने कहा पता नहीं है क्या तुम्हें, जाकर शार्क टैंक का एपिसोड देखो, उनका हाउस ऑफ चिकन कारी गूगल करो, तुम्हें अब भी पता चल जाए. So it's a very sweet feeling that the team feels it's them, and they feel so attached. So that's what's happened to us in 3 years. And other than our journey, I think the two most important things that I personally, would want to share, or I feel that's probably led to somewhere, our success, that I would want anyone who's starting their entrepreneurial journey to think about. Number one is obviously the team, right? You cannot ever, like you also mentioned that about the team. I think team के बिना हम कुछ है ही. मैं अपनी टीम को पूरे टाइम बोलती हूँ कि तुम 90% हो, मैं 10%. I am there to solve your problems, but it is actually my team that is putting in the effort day and night. It is actually my team that deserves to be rewarded more than me. And without the team, honestly, we couldn't have imagined half of it, right? And someone once gave me a very good advice, which I repeated, I think, everywhere I go, that जब आप अपनी entrepreneurial journey में होते हो, तो as an entrepreneur, your job is, if you want to grow your business to a certain scale or whatever, right? as an entrepreneur, your main goal is कि आप आज जो कर रहे हो, आप 6 महीने बाद वो आप नहीं कर रहे हो. You have someone in your team doing that for you. Only then you know that आप एक continuous growth path पे हो when you are not like trying to do everything. So I try to like take a note of that always in my personal journal, whatever diary, that okay, I'm doing this 6 months later, I have to get rid of all this and I have to move on to the next thing. And someone in my team should be taking care of that. So I think that's really helped me in a way I couldn't have ever imagined. And I think micromanaging will never help. It's taken me because I used to be the only person, taking care of the Instagram, answering the queries. It's taken me a long time to let go. Letting go as an entrepreneur of certain things that you are doing is not easy. So letting go, like जब time सही है, आपको कई tasks छोड़ने पड़ेंगे, and you will have to trust people. And if you don't, then obviously the growth is kind of hampered. And आप human being हो, आप कितना ही कर लोगे, right? You may think you can do everything. I also used to think I can do everything until it came to a point where I'm like, nahi, ab I have to prioritize these 2, 3 things and trust someone with it, right? So letting go, delegating, and building a team is the most important thing I think for anyone who is planning to run or start a business or is running a business. And I think secondly, it's very important to remember. I've learned it the hard way now in 3 years. So maybe this can help you guys that there is no finish line. There is just no finish line. With every milestone, there will be a new goal that you will set up for yourself. So I've put that pressure on myself time and again that okay, I need to achieve this, I need to achieve that. And now I think after 3 years, I've come to realize that there's just no finish line. Where are we reaching, right? Like we just have to continuously put in the hard work without thinking about the finish line. That is an entrepreneur's journey. So when you get into it, just I think the focus should be more on putting in the work, being consistent rather than those monetary or whatever numerical or sales driven, or I would say whatever team driven goals you have. Just you have to put in the work every day. I put in that pressure on myself the entire last year because post Shark Tank it's not easy. It brings a lot of good things, but it also brings an overnight success that you have to cater to now that you would probably think for yourself 3 years later. So all of a sudden, from 70, the team going to 120 may now sound really cool, but when the operations are being managed internally, like it's all good. I'm blessed to even have this problem, but it comes with its own challenges. It's what it is, right? So I think it's important to remember that not to pressurize yourself when you're in the journey, not to compare yourself with other startups, other brands. Every entrepreneur's challenges, problems are so different that we may not even think about. So someone who's looking at our Instagram probably thinks that oh इनको क्या है जो बहुत ही successful है. एक दिन ऑफिस में आके बैठेंगे उनको हमारे सारे challenges पता चलेंगे, right? So I think everyone's journey is different and unique, and that is something that I'd like to share from my experience, and would be happy to answer any of the questions later when we get into it. Thanks.
So have you seen so many great ideas from the young entrepreneurs? And I strongly believe in my life, entrepreneurship is not about starting a business. Entrepreneurship is all about starting a